Looks like evil's back. Suck on that, Harpo.
Hi, I'm Susan Leighton with That's My Entertainment, and I'm sitting here with Dana DeLorenzo and Lindsay J. Farris of Ash vs. Evil Dead. Guys, season 3, everybody's excited. So, basically, Kelly this season, she's a warrior without a war. Since we last saw her, she's now working in a bar. How did that come about?
Well, we never really see this, but the short answer is, which you can sort of pick up from just seeing the first episode. You know, Ash has never really wanted this job to save the world. Ash, as we know, has been running from evil for a while. So he's perfectly happy being the hometown hero in Elk Grove, setting up shop. What is it, a sex emporium, hardware store?
Hardware
Yes,
store, yeah.
yes. And Pablo gets his dream, which is his Pablo's Fish and Chips. That is Kelly's worst nightmare, is to be in Elk Grove. There is no normalcy for her. She is too in it to win it. She's too much in the fight. Like you said, she's a warrior, and she's a warrior without a war. So what's she gonna do? Like open a deli slicer shop in Elk Grove? And she also was the brains. She was there when Ash made the deal with Ball and Evil Ruby from the 80s. She knows that Evil's on a vacation. It's coming back. She knows. So she hightails it out of there, doesn't say goodbye, and she stays in the fight by going to work at a dive bar, being an overly aggressive bouncer, like not, or a bartender, like not the kind that you would think, like, oh, some guy has given some girl problem. No, some guy eats like too many nuts, the free nuts, and she's like and bangs them, and I love that. And so you also don't see this, but the how Dalton comes into the picture with Kelly is. We've decided that while at said bar, he's this, lone, quiet, brooding type, and sees her chutzpah, and they become very quick kindred spirits because he has what she needs, and she has what he needs, and they have the same objective. So I will cue that to you of why they. Sorry, I'm just taking over your interview.
No,
Susan.
that's okay, because that can explain the ring that you want to talk about.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love that you noticed this. This is a Knights of Sumeria ring, and
That is actually Dalton's.
that is actually Dalton's,
And he did not steal.
No, that it was gifted to me. But this stems into the mythology from, the last time we heard about the Knights of Sumeria was in the original film franchise, and we saw them in suits of armor with big swords, riding horses, and now they ride motorcycles and use shotguns. And so if you imagine a sort of Lone Ranger going across the country from bar to bar, living off his motorbike, one of the bars he ends up is Kelly's. And then I think there's a bit of an exchange. He's kind of heard of this mythology about the from the Knights of Sumeria, about this evil that's coming, and
Chosen one.
the chosen one, the prophesied one, and you kind of think of, in real terms, like imagine all the other Knights of Sumeria are going off and becoming dentists and lawyers and doctors, and now this is a guy that's held on to this mythology, and the exchange really is maybe a bit of an upskilling towards being able to, meet these things. And the first Deadite he ever sees is,
because Kelly promises. She's like, oh no, I think Kelly noticed your ring too. And like he
Yeah.
says, Knights of Sumeria, she knows, and she's like, Sumeria, the book, how? Who are you? And then like wants to like go to kick his ass, and immediately like they go toe to toe. But I feel like because all he wants is to be able to be validated that like, yes, this ancestry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm speaking for you.
Absolutely.
But like the ancestry is real, and evil is real, and
Yeah.
all Kelly wants is to get back in the fight and to stop waiting around, drinking ketamine and throwing parties and waiting for it to come. No one has ever listened to her of the gang. Like everyone's got to make decisions except Kelly. So she this season though, partly because she rolls up with Dalton and she has this new lease on life, she gets to finally forge her path, and together they both have the same objective, which is we're gonna kick evil right in the pooper.
Well, the two of you obviously have real life chemistry. There's good chemistry. You get along so well.
Do we?
Now the question that I want, that probably people are going to wonder. It seems like there's a little bit of intense feeling between you two that may be at odds with you and Pablito.
You know, you're right in a sense. Pablito, I love that you said that. You know, what I love about this season is the element of family, and the family that is bound by blood and the family that's bound by bloodshed. And in every family, you love them, but there's conflict, and that's what makes something interesting to watch. So what I love is the rift that this sort of, that Dalton brings to the table, because they have a different kind of chemistry than Pablo and Kelly do. Kelly loves Pablo. She's never really let her walls down because she knows the minute she does, one of them's gonna die. We know this. So people tell me all the time, like, why Kelly put Pablo in the friend zone? Because she loves him, you dopes. That's why. She's trying to protect him. They're just cut from the same cloth, her and Dalton. But what's interesting is Dalton comes in, immediately does not trust Pablo, and something weird is going on with Pablo, and Pablo's holding a grudge against Kelly. He's got his hair in a bunch because he's mad that she left without saying goodbye, and she rolls up with this guy. She's like, Pablo's not like that. So because he's acting weird, she's like, maybe Dalton is right. But then Pablo's telling Kelly, there's something I don't trust about Dalton. And then there are these moments where it's like, she tells them they're both pretty, but it gets to a point where this conflict comes to a point where one of them is right. And it's not who you think. It's not your first, I'm telling you. So it's really great. And I like that it creates sort of this conflict. And also, you know, I like that, you know, see, Kelly already got to be jelly over Pablo. I like that Pablo gets a little jelly. For no reason, really.
Well, it adds to the dynamic of the show.
Right.
Definitely, it lends a new element this year.
Sure.
Lindsay, this is kind of a little bit a segue into you personally. I found this very interesting. When you were 18,
oh God,
you were on a show called The Sleepover Club.
Oh God!
Oh my God!
Now,
Oh my
I am learning all
God.
these things about him today.
Yes, I was.
Welcome to Ash vs. Evil Dead, where your life
Thank
is
you.
an open book.
No, it's great that people are digging this stuff up. Yeah, I played.
How do I see this? Who did you play?
Well, I think I might have even been younger than 18, but I was
Okay.
playing, it was like this set in this high school where all these girls would sleep over at each other's houses and tell stories and gossip.
That's what
about-
we do, by the way, in high school.
And I played the bully of the school. And because I was about 5 years older than all of the 13, 14-year-old girls, I was like huge, towering.
You are
I
still
think my
huge.
character's name was Wolf.
yes, Wolf.
Wolf. And I had this sidekick, and we were like spray painting on the walls and like writing dirty stuff on the teachers' cars.
It's
and
literally the
getting in
opening
trouble.
of season 3.
It was just like, I can't believe you found that.
But-
Yeah.
Australian television at its oldest.
But wait, were you getting at the fact that sounds exactly like the beginning of episode 1 of season 3?
How does it?
The writing on the
The
walls,
graffiti and Brandy's cleaning it.
Oh.
No,
yeah, I
crossover.
See. Synchronicity.
Synchronicity.
Well, guys, this has been great.
Oh,
A
no, it
pleasure
can't be
talking
over.
to you. I've had pleasure talking to you, Dana and Lindsay. Thank you so much,
We
and
love
we
you,
can't wait to see you season 3.
Well, thank you, and you've
Thank
always
you.
been so kind, and you know we love you.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you. Can't wait for you to watch. Epic battles with a demonic perverted puppet.
Riding motorcycles and shooting shotguns.
That's my entertainment.
What's yours?